From the burning bush, O Lord, you charged me to bring the people to this holy mountain, to behold your glory and receive your law. What have I left undone? Written with the finger of God.
Go, get thee down, for thy people have corrupted themselves.
Okay, we're going to do a little bit of work on the Ten Commandments, so turn to 154 in the Bible. Exodus 20, 154. Now, while you're looking, I'll see if any of you have ever heard of a guy named Ted Koppel. Some of you in the back, yeah. Ted Koppel? You've probably never heard of him. He made a speech at Duke University about 25 years ago. And what he said in there was something that I've always remembered. He says that the 10 Commandments are not 10 suggestions. They are not suggestions. They are commandments, expectations, and a covenant relationship with God, right? Because God promises to be our God, and we will be God's people. And so on page 154, you see how the 10 Commandments were numbered. Now, we just saw how they were numbered in the movie The 10 Commandments, and that would be the first column, the Jewish commandments there, right? I am the Lord your God. You shall have no other gods. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. So we've got two shall nots right there, number 2 and 3. And then we've got remember the Sabbath to keep it holy and honor your father and your mother. Then we've got you shall not kill, commit adultery, steal, bear false witness, or covet. So that's one numbering. Then in the second column, we've got Roman Catholic, Lutheran, and Eastern Orthodox. Does anybody know what we are?
Lutheran.
Okay, so we're in the middle. Right?
Anglican.
Which is Anglican?
Yeah.
Anglican.
Anglican.
Well, you're Anglican, but that religion is Anglican. Okay.
Just don't have my wings.
So we've got them too. But let's look at these. So the first one is which one in the Jewish laws? Look at the second column. First one. Which one is the first one in the second in the Jewish laws? Where do you see it? It's not far.
You shall not steal?
No. Just look. Look straight over and down one. See, you shall have no other gods, you shall have no other gods. You see that? Look at the first one, column 2. Everybody say amen.
Amen.
Okay. Number, second column, number 1, says you shall have no other gods. You see that? Everybody with me? First column, where is it?
Right here.
Second.
And the second one, all right. And then if you look, it kind of works that way itself all the way down, right? So which one is split up in the Jewish group? Which one is split up? Which commandment is split up? There's one of them in the Jewish commandments that's split.
Oh,
Yes, Eric?
the 10th commandment.
The 10th commandment is split into the 9th and 10th commandment for us. Now, if you look over here to the far right, you shall have no other gods, and then they throw another one in. Anybody see which one they've thrown in? That's not like the other two. No graven image. Okay?
In other words, don't be conceited.
Yeah, well, that's not so much.
Don't make yourself look like
Okay. If these 10 commandments, not suggestions, are part of our life, what I have always tried to think about with them, because there's a lot of don'ts in here, right? There are a lot of don'ts. And what I've said is, and this is sort of like a soft drink, okay? If you do the do, everybody with me? On the soft drink part? You still here? You don't do the don't.
But they don't make a don't.
No, if you do the do, D-O, do the do, you don't do the don'ts. So look in the second column, the middle column, tell me what the do's are. What do you do? There are 2 things that you do. Yes?
Honor your father and mother.
Honor your father and your mother, and
Remember the Sabbath day.
remember the Sabbath day. When somebody asked Jesus a question, what's the greatest commandment? He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. Remember, that was part of the Shema. Okay? Now, if that's the greatest commandment, how do we show God the most that we love God?
Follow the rest of the commandments.
Well, yeah, but there's one thing that we do
Honor your
every
father
week
and mother.
that show the ultimate.
Go to church.
Remember
Go
the
to
Sabbath
church on
day.
Sunday. We remember the Sabbath day. So that's the first commandment, to remember the Sabbath day. The second one is like it, said Jesus, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. So what's the second do commandment that is sort of like love your neighbor as yourself?
Honor your father.
Honor your father and your mother, okay? So love God, love each other, sums up all of this. And my opinion is if you all think, if we think about the Sabbath day and think that we honor God, and why God, we focus on God, right, which is the question of the day. And then we also honor our parents or love one another, which is another way of saying that, then we're not likely going to murder somebody. We're not likely going to be unfaithful to our family and our friends, which is like committing adultery. We're not going to steal. We're not going to say something bad about somebody else or tell a lie about somebody else. We're not going to want what everybody else has, which is coveting. And no other God is going to be in our way. We won't talk about God in ugly ways. All those don'ts won't happen so much if we try and do the do. Okay?